All right. It's time for the morning sports desk for Monday, February 5th. Hey, I'm Corey. Hope you're doing well. No CJ again. He's got vacation all week long, but that's okay because we've got a lot of high school stuff that we need to mention. First things first, I want to go back to the end of last week, and then we'll move forward from there. Some high school announcements have been made last week. At the end of the week, congratulations to Verndale Pirates volleyball player Kendra Captain, who signed her letter of intent to play volleyball at CLC in the fall of 2024. Captain, a part of a very good Verndale Pirates team this past season. 21-8, a final record. A season culminated in a loss in the subsection championship to the Nevis Tigers. They were 5-2 in Park Region Conference play, and that was second in the PRC. So congratulations to Kendra Captain. She is now the second Pirate volleyball player to commit to play college volleyball next season. A couple other athletes on that program. Mallory Uzelman had previously signed. She's going to play golf at Southwest Minnesota State in Marshall. And most recently, we announced last week, Taylor Johnson's committed to play basketball at the University of Minnesota Morris. So athletes abound over there in that senior class for the Verndale Pirates. Also announced last week, I believe on Saturday night, it was either Saturday night or Sunday morning, actually, Wadena Deer Creek wrestler Matthew Wegsheid earned his 50th career win at the Park Region Conference Tournament. He finished fifth in his weight class at the Park Region Conference Tournament. And now Matthew ready for, there's a week of regular season, I guess, this week, but then section tournament, section playoffs, section wrestling begins next week. Next Friday will be the team stuff. There will be a 7 and 8 matchup on Tuesday next week, but then everyone else will wrestle on Friday, and then the individual stuff is the following Friday. So congratulations to Matthew Wegsheid on that milestone victory, his 50th career win. In other wrestling news, we have Bertha Hewitt Verndale Parker's Prairie wrestler David Revering, who we announced earlier in the season, reached a significant milestone. Well, he set two more records over the weekend at the Park Region Conference Wrestling Tournament. On Friday, he became the BHVPP program record holder for career wins. And then on Saturday, he set the record for wins in the conference. He has 206 career victories now in what has been a stellar high school wrestling career for David Revering. So very, very cool. Congratulations to him. Obviously, like we talked about with Matthew, there's a week of regular season stuff left. And then we move into section wrestling next week and beyond. BHVPP Wrestling Conference Champions, congratulations to them on another stellar season. Especially congratulations to David. Career win 206, which sets the record for the program and in the conference. We don't have anything on our broadcast schedule tonight, but I do want to mention as we look forward in the week, we do have boys basketball on the calendar on KW80 tomorrow. That is Henning at Wadena Deer Creek. We have boys basketball on Thursday on the Fan, Aiken at Staples Motley. And on Friday, we have boys hockey on KWAD. Kitson Central is at Wadena Deer Creek. That game has been moved up 1 hour, and it was announced that will be varsity only. So it's a 6 o'clock start time. I want to encourage you to head to wadenaradio.com to find our plan for the rest of the regular season. We don't have any section information on there yet, but just know that that's right around the corner, right? We're just a little over 2 weeks away from diving into the section stuff. Section wrestling, section basketball, girls basketball not far behind, section boys basketball not far behind that, state wrestling, and then here comes spring sports, which is pretty crazy. I do want to take a quick look around some state sports from over the weekend, if I may. Very quickly, the Timberwolves got a nice win over Houston over the weekend, 111-90. They were, they were just good. Rudy had 17 points, 13 rebounds. Anthony Edwards led the way with 32. Ant is an all-star. That All-Star game is in Indianapolis on February 18th. Karl Anthony Towns joins him on that All-Star roster. They were named Western Conference reserves. It was just announced after the win over Houston that Chris Finch is going to be the head coach of the Western Conference squad at the All-Star game. So that's pretty cool. He was named the Conference Coaches of the Month in October and November. They have a share of the best record in the Western Conference. You know, it's funny. There's conversations each and every single week about MVPs, about Coach of the Year, a lot of different awards as we approach the second half of the NBA season. And not a single Timberwolves player or coach is mentioned in any of those conversations ever. Now, I think you could argue that that's probably fair as far as MVP goes. Individually speaking, there's not like a singular standout, unbelievable effort, although what Gobert is pretty amazing. There's some individual efforts that stand out more than what the Timberwolves individuals are doing. But Chris Finch not being mentioned in Coach of the Year candidate seems insane to me. So it'll be interesting to see what the Timberwolves do in the second half. Currently 35-15. They do visit Chicago tomorrow night. Again, that All-Star game is going to be February 18th in Indianapolis. Chris Finch announced the winner. Other All-Star stuff happening over the weekend. The NHL All-Star game, or I guess tournament you would call it, happened over the weekend. Kirill Kaprizov was the lone Wild representative. He had just one shot on goal in his team's losing effort. He played for Team McKinnon. They lost to Team McDavid 4-3 in the semifinals. And whatever, it's been a weird year for the Wild. Kaprizov is obviously awesome at the game of hockey, but somebody had to go represent the Wild. And the fact that it was just kind of a nondescript, non-conversational sort of outcome from the Wild representative in the All-Star game just makes sense with how the season's gone so far. The Wild get back into action on Wednesday night. They visit the Chicago Blackhawks. The Pro Bowl was over the weekend, and the NFC beat out the AFC 65-49. A lot of offense, apparently, and actually it was a defensive stand that led to the final score in that one, which is cool. Let me be perfectly honest, though. I'm going through all these, and I'm going to go through. I'm going to go through some Twin stuff here in a second, but we talk about the NHL All-Star game. We talk about the upcoming NBA All-Star game. We talk about the recently just Pro Bowl. And I watched a combined 0 seconds of the two that happened this weekend. And I'm going to watch probably 0 seconds of the NBA All-Star game. I watched 0 seconds of the Grammys. This award show and everybody, these programs that are put into place to say, everybody look at me, look what I did, or look what we did. I don't have time for that sort of like self promotion. I just don't care that much. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for Kaprizov. I'm happy for Ant and Kat, and now Coach Finch and the three Vikings players, Daniil Hunter and DePaula and CJ Ham. There we go. I'm glad they made it. I think that's really cool. I'm not those games. You could probably put games in air quotes. They have no interest. Of no interest to me. So keep up the good work, those sports. The Twins made some news over the long weekend. They signed. Let's see, where'd that information go? They signed Carlos. Where is it? There it is. They signed Carlos Santana to a 1-year deal, $5.25 million. Not really much to say there. He's getting old. He's aging. Just a guy they're going to be able to plug into the middle of their lineup to hit some home runs. It'll be interesting to see what that means for guys like Kirilloff or Miranda, to see if there's anything else in the works for this Twins program. But this is like, I had a a few people say to me, like, this is the Twinsiest signing of all time. The Twins in every Major League Baseball organization sign guys like this all the time. Last year was Joey Gallo. This year it's it's Santana, Carlos Santana, 1-year deal, $5.25 million. Whatever. That's chump change, and it's a chance for him to prove and maybe get one more contract. And if not, life goes on like it did for the Twins and Joey Gallo this past season. Some other news: they signed relief pitcher Jay Jackson to a 1-year deal, and they also got right-handed pitcher Daniel Duarte from the Rangers. He played for the Reds last season and obviously was a part of the Rangers organization as well. So anyway, that's everything. As far as the morning sports desk goes, we'll preview some boys basketball tomorrow. Again, congratulations to all those high school athletes and their accomplishments. It's very, very cool. That's going to do it. Morning sports desk for Monday, February 5th.